Good morning, children. How are you? Welcome to your biology class, Crop Production and Management, Part 3. Children, we have learnt agriculture, crops, and different types of crop practices. Yesterday we learnt about preparation of soil and sowing seeds. So preparation of soil is loosening and turning the soil. So this enriches the soil with nutrients. Sowing is very important. So here, while we are going to sow the seeds, first we must select good quality seeds, healthy seeds, and also we have to sow them by maintaining the uniform distance among the horizontal rows and vertical rows. Now next, that is adding manures and fertilizers. Children, why we take food? Our parents or teachers or doctors, elders advise us to take healthy food, nutritive food. So why they suggest us? Because healthy food contains minerals, vitamins, and carbohydrates, proteins, fats. So this is the complete food or balanced diet. So these are useful in keep our body healthy. It helps for healthy growth and it develops the immunity system in our body. We will get disease resistance power. In the same way, plants also need nutrients. So these nutrients help the crop to grow healthy and it helps in free from diseases. It also helps to give high yield. So how do they get nutrients? Already we have learnt from the soil. Soil contains different types of minerals. So these minerals dissolve in the water and are absorbed by the root system of plant. We know sometimes the soil contains very less nutrients. These nutrients are not sufficient for proper and healthy growth of plants and crops. Then we have to add the nutrients to the soil. So this is the substances which are added to soil in the form of nutrients for the healthy growth of plants are called manure and fertilizers. We are adding to the soil the nutrients, phosphorus, potassium, calcium, nitrogen, sodium. These are the minerals we have to add to the soil. So this adding nutrients to the soil, that is called manuring or fertilizers. So continuous growing of crops makes the soil poorer in certain nutrients. If we grow the plants continuously in the same field, a particular nutrients becomes less in that soil. So therefore farmers have to add manure to the fields to replenish the soil with nutrients. This process is called manuring. So adding nutrients to the soil is called manuring. Improper or insufficient manuring results in weak plants. So the nutrients are not sufficient, the plant will not grow healthy. So it becomes weak. So what is manure? Manure is an inorganic substance obtained from the decomposition of plant or animal waste. In the 6th class, 7th class, we studied about composting. How the compost is prepared. So farmers dump all plant and animal waste. So they collect dry twigs, dry leaves and cow dung of other animals, and also vegetable waste. So they dump in a pit and they cover it with soil and they water frequently. In this way, they add these plant and animal waste to this material. When the pit is completely filled, they leave it for few months, 2-3 months. Because of microorganisms, bacteria, some insects, some worms, red worm, earthworm. So this decomposes these waste products and turn into manure, compost. They turn into compost. So the decomposition is caused by some microorganisms. The decomposed matter is used as organic matter. This is called manures. This is natural manure. It is very good for health. See, natural manure, and also all the animals and plant waste. Coming to there is an activity. Is manure. It is a natural substance, that is compost. Nowadays we are using fertilizers. These fertilizers are synthesized in chemical laboratories, factories. These are chemical substances. Manures are natural substances. Fertilizers are chemical substances, artificial manure. So let us do a small activity. Take gram seeds and germinate them. Do you know how to germinate gram seeds? Collect some gram seeds into a beaker and pour water. Leave it for 1 day. After that, take out all the water and keep all these wet seeds in a wet cloth. Cover them with a wet cloth and leave it 1 day. Next day, the following day, you will find small sprouts. Okay. Select 3 equal sized seedlings out of this seed. Select 3 equal sized sprouts. Now take 3 empty glasses or similar box, whatever it may be, bottles, whatever it may be. Mark them glass A, glass B and glass C. To glass A, add little amount of soil mixed with a little cow dung manure, that is compost. Mixed with in the glass A, take some soil and add some manure, natural manure, compost. In glass B, put the same amount of soil mixed with a little urea. You know, urea, gromor, these are artificial fertilizers synthesized in the laboratory. Urea. Add a little urea to the soil in glass B. Take the same amount of soil in glass C without adding anything, only pure soil. We are not adding either compost or fertilizers. Now pour the same. Now keep them in a safe place and water them daily. We take 3 glasses of equal sizes. We named them glass A, glass B and glass C. We pour same amount of soil in all the 3 glasses. But in glass A, we add little compost, natural manure, cow dung, whatever it may be. In glass B, we add chemical fertilizers, that is urea. In glass C, we didn't add anything, we have not. And this, we selected 3 equal size similar seedlings and we put in each glass 1 seedling. We kept all these grasses in a safe place. After 1 week to 7 days, we observe their growth. Can you imagine? Can you tell what are your observations? Yes. In the glass B, the seedling growth is quicker than the glass A and B. We find a long plant in the glass B. Why? Because artificial fertilizers, that is chemical fertilizers, urea we used. So artificial fertilizers helps in proper, healthy and quicker growth. In glass C, the seedling, the growth in the seedling is very slow, slower than both A and B. Now coming to the glass A. Here the growth is medium, not more than glass A, not less than glass C. In the glass A, the growth of the plant is not more than glass B and not less than glass C. That means we can conclude that artificial fertilizers, urea and these helps in proper and quicker growth. Okay children, I think you understood. Now coming to the what are fertilizers. Fertilizers are chemical substances which are rich in a particular nutrient. For example, we want to add nitrogen, not other minerals. So, this fertilizer contains only nitrogen. How are these different from manures? So, then what is the difference between manures and fertilizers? Fertilizers are produced in factories. Some examples of fertilizers are urea, ammonium sulfate, superphosphate, potash, NPK, nitrogen, phosphorus and potassium. Nitrogen, phosphorus and potassium, these three. So these are the chemical fertilizers. If we identify the deficiency of any mineral, then we add. For example, we identify the ammonia, that is nitrogen deficiency in the soil. Then we add ammonia to the soil. If we identify nitrogen, phosphorus or potassium, then we add the fertilizer NPK. So the use of fertilizers has helped farmers to get better yield of crops such as wheat, paddy and maize. But excessive use of fertilizers has made the soil less fertile. That's it. For example, doctor suggests us don't use too much tablets. For example, if you are suffering fever, don't take tablet immediately. Your body has some resistance power, so you will be cured within 1 or 2 days. If you take tablets continuously, immediately after getting fever or after getting headache, if you take tablets immediately, so slowly your body lose the immunity power. It stops working by itself. In the same manner, if you use this chemical fertilizer continuously, the soil loses its texture and lose its manures, becomes less fertile. Fertilizers have also become a source of water pollution. There is another disadvantage. Too much of using fertilizers cause water pollution. Yes. We add the fertilizers in the crop field. This fertilizer dissolves in the water. The water slowly moves to the nearest canals. The canal becomes poisonous by these fertilizers. So too much using of fertilizers is dangerous. It causes water pollution and also air pollution. When we are using these fertilizers in the field, some of the fertilizers mixes with the air and air becomes polluted. So therefore, in order to maintain the fertility of the soil, we have to substitute fertilizers by organic manures or leave the field uncultivated in between two crops. That's why we should not use too much fertilizers. Too much fertilizers. We have to substitute fertilizers by organic manure. So, it is advisable always to use organic manures, that is manures, compost, vermicompost, etc. So, in the place of fertilizers. Otherwise, leave the gap between two crops. If you, for example, one crop is harvested, you leave that seasons. Then the soil will get all the nutrients and it will be favorable for the crop for the next season. It will be ready with all nutrients for the crop. Next one. Okay, there is another method. The use of manures improves soil texture as well as its water retaining capacity. Manures are very, very important. Why? These manures, that is organic substances, improves the soil texture and water retaining capacity. Soil must contain water. So, the water retaining capacity improved by the organic matter, organic manures, compost, vermicompost, etc. It replenishes the soil with all the nutrients. So these manures, organic substances, replenishes, that means improve, increase the soil with all the nutrients. Okay? There is another method, that is crop rotation. Generally, farmers, they are following what? This time they grow the crop plants, paddy plants. Again, after harvesting, again they grow the paddy plants. Again they grow the paddy plants. Again. Say, if they grow the same crop continuously, what will happen? The particular minerals and nutrients are absorbed by the plants. For example, nitrogen is very, very essential for the paddy plant. And potassium is not essential for the paddy plant, we think. Then what will happen if you grow the same paddy plants continuously? Only nitrogen manure from the soil, nitrogen mineral from the soil is absorbed by the paddy plants. So after 2 or 3 crops, deficiency of nitrogen is occur in the soil, and remaining minerals like potassium, other minerals, their level, their percentage will increase. But the particular required nitrogen will be less, very less. So after 2 or 3 crops, paddy plant will not grow properly. Growth is restricted because of lack of nitrogen in the soil. So it is advisable not to grow same crop again and again and again. So this can be done by growing different crops alternately, crop rotation. Crop rotation is one of the best methods to enrich the soil and to use all the minerals and nutrients in a planned way. So, crop rotation. What is this one? This can be done by growing different crops alternatively. Earlier, farmers in northern India used to grow legumes as fodder in one season and wheat in the next season. This helped in the replenishment of the soil with nitrogen. Farmers are being encouraged to adopt these practices. See children, paddy plants require nitrogen. Leguminous plants, they need nitrogen because of rhizobium bacteria. More nitrogen compounds are formed. More nitrogen compounds are added to the soil. So, In northern India, the farmers, they use this method. For example, this season they grow the wheat plant. So wheat requires nitrogen. So the percentage of nitrogen is consumed by the wheat plant. The soil becomes deficient of nitrogen. Then next crop, what they will do to increase the nitrogen percentage in the soil, they grow the gram plants, pea plants, that is leguminous plants. What is the advantage? Here rhizobium bacteria converts the atmospheric nitrogen into nitrates, that is urea, in the soluble form, in the usable form. So the nitrogen percentage increase in the soil. Next, what farmers will do after gram crop harvesting, they again grow the wheat plant. So this is alternate. They grow the crops alternatively. So it enriches the soil and the farmer will get high yield. Okay, here is crop rotation. They are using different crops in the successive seasons. Children, let us see what are the differences between manure and fertilizers. Manure is a natural or an organic substance obtained by the decomposition of plant and animal waste. This is done by microbes, earthworms, fungus, etc. These are the natural substances. They formed by nature, by the decomposition of microbes. And fertilizers. Fertilizers is a synthetic substance or an inorganic compound. Fertilizers are artificially prepared in industries using various chemicals. These are synthesized in the factories. Manure, not nutrient specific, supply nutrients to soil, but a specific amount or type of nutrient is difficult to determine. Here manure contains all kinds of nutrients, not a specific nutrient. For example, paddy plant. Paddy plant requires more nitrogen, but here manure cannot give only nitrogen. It contains all kinds of nutrients. But if you want nitrogen specific nutrient, we have to depend on the artificial fertilizers. So nutrients specific, supply specific nutrients in the specific quantities. So here these are man-made. That's why what do we want? We made by using the chemicals in the laboratory. So these are the nutrient specific fertilizers. Bulky and voluminous, hence difficult to store. So these manures, bulky, it is in the large quantity, and moist, wet condition. So this is difficult to store. We have to leave it in the field outside, but we can't store it in the bags, boxes or bottles. We can't store, and also we can't move from one place to another place. That is disadvantage of manures, organic substances. Compact, use very less space and therefore easy to store. These are very compact. They occupy very less space and they are in the dry condition. So we can easily store them. So manures provide a lot of organic matter to the soil. It is slowly absorbed by the plants. It also improves soil texture and water holding capacity of the soil. So manures provide a lot of organic matter. So plants slowly absorb these nutrients. Plant slowly absorbs nutrients from the manures. Manures are good in improving the soil texture and water holding capacity. But here fertilizers does not provide any humus to the soil. So it is quickly absorbed by the plants. Plants, these are easily dissolved in the water, so plants can absorb quickly. It is quickly absorbed by the plants. Fertilizers have no such effects on the soil texture and water holding capacity of the soil. So fertilizers only supply particular nutrient to the soil, but it cannot improve the texture of the soil or water holding capacity of the soil. These are the disadvantages of fertilizers. Crop productivity is increased only to some certain extent. Manures are cheaper than fertilizers. So crop production, these manures help to improve the crops up to certain extent, not too much. But manures are very cheap. No need to buy. We can prepare manures by waste products from our house, waste products of both plants and animals. Crop productivity is increased many folds by its use. So chemical fertilizers, these increase the crop productivity because it contains only a particular nutrient. These are nutrient specific, so it helps in improve the productivity of crop. But these are expensive. No side effects of manures are absorbed. By using manures, we will not get any side effects because it can't pollute the air, it can't pollute the water, and it can't pollute the soil. It improves the fertility of the soil, water holding capacity of the soil, texture of the soil, and it cannot harm the farmer also, animals also. But here chemicals in fertilizers are washed away to the nearby water bodies, causing soil and water pollution. Just now we have discussed. The chemical fertilizers decrease the soil fertility and it decreases the water holding capacity, and if these are discharged into nearest water bodies, it pollutes the water, it pollutes the soil, it pollutes the air also. Sometimes while using, the farmer inhale these gases, he will get diseases. Animals also get diseases by using these chemical fertilizers. So, children, advantages of manures. The organic manure is considered better than fertilizers. By observing all these qualities, benefits of both manures and fertilizers. So the organic manure is considered better than fertilizers. This is because manures, it enriches the water holding capacity of the soil. It makes the soil porous, due to which exchange of gases becomes easy. It increases the number of friendly microbes. This is important. We are using manures means most of the microbes, insects, their number will increase, and it is an advantage. They added nutrients to the soil. If you use the chemicals, these chemicals kill the microbes. Microbes will die because of these chemicals. So soil becomes unfertile, and it improves the texture of the soil. Manures improves the texture of the soil. Here is the picture. How the organic fertilizers are formed by the waste. How chemicals are adding. Synthetic fertilizers, that is chemical fertilizers directly absorbed by the plant. Here organic waste, that is waste from the plants, waste from the animals, are decomposed by the microorganisms, and they changed into the nutrients, and they are mixed with the soil, mixed in the water, and soil by and absorbed by the root system slowly. Adding manures and fertilizers. Thank you very much, children. Thank you for listening. If you understand, okay. Otherwise, watch this video 2 or 3 times. Children, once again, I am telling, textbook reading is very, very important. One time textbook reading, it is not useful. You will get only 50 to 60% of content. You read 3 or 4 times. For every reading, you will get more knowledge. You may think, only these 2 or 3 pages, what will you get? Already I read. Same matter is there, but it is not correct. If you read 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, every time you will get more information from the same lesson, same pages. Yes, it is correct. That's why you read the textbook number of times. You read line to line. Underline new words. Immediately find out the meanings from dictionary. Nowadays, no used to use the dictionary book. In cell phone also dictionaries are available. If you write the word, immediately the Google will give its meaning with usage of the word also. That's why, children, textbook reading is very, very important, and you observe, you read each and every sentence and find out the unknown words, difficult words, and scientific terms, and write their meanings. If definitions are there, by heart the definition. Thank you, children, for listening and watching. Have a nice day. Thank you.